Hey YouTube, Kira Twig here, bringing you all my Thunder Dragon Yu-Gi-Oh! Deck profile for the April 2024 ban list. Wanted to update the Thunder Dragon deck with Thunder Dragon Colossus now off of the ban list. This was definitely a powerhouse for the Thunder Dragon deck, and we had to rely on Titan for a good while now, but with Colossus now at 1, thanks to the new ban list, I figured an update was due for the Thunder Dragon deck. It's really an awesome deck that focuses on just being able to use the banish power of your many different Thunder Dragons and then utilize a fusion play when you have basically activated a, Thunder Dragon monster effect during the previous turn, and then just having more of a lockdown playstyle thanks to, as I said before, Colossus being back at 1 off of the list. So let's go ahead and get started with the deck profile. So we'll go ahead and start off with the main deck monsters. To start off for the Thunder Dragon monsters, running 3 copies of Thunder Dragon. You can discard this card, add up to 2 Thunder Dragon from your deck to your hand. So you just have to add the copy of Thunder Dragon itself. You can just even search out 1 copy since it says add up to 2 copies of Thunder Dragon, but this also just helps to initialize the setup for more and more of our Thunder Dragon monsters, and also activating a Thunder Dragon effect during the turn to then make use of for our Thunder Dragon monsters, since they say they must be fusion summoned or special summoned during the turn a Thunder monster's effect was activated by attributing 1 Thunder effect non-fusion monster. So then you did technically use a Thunder monster effect in the form of Thunder Dragon Search. We're also running 3 copies of Thunder Dragon Dark quick effect. You can discard this card to add 1 Thunder Dragon Dark from your deck to your hand. If this card's banished or sent from the field to the graveyard, you can add 1 Thunder Dragon card from your deck to your hand, except for Dragon Dark. You want to use this effect once per turn and only once that turn. So you have a search quick effect, so you can even activate this card on your opponent's turn, being a search just to grab another Dragon Dark, but once again, just counting as another Thunder Dragon card that was activated during that turn, giving you more access to more search, in this case, just, the form of Dragon Dark, and then having a search if it's sent from the field to the graveyard, or if it's banished, which there's a lot of cards that can help to do that in this deck. We're also running 3 copies of Thunder Dragon Hawk. You can discard this card to special summon 1 of your Thunder Dragon monsters that is banished or in your graveyard, except for Thunder Dragon Hawk. If it's banished or sent from the field to the graveyard, you can shuffle any number of cards from your hand to the deck, then draw the same number of cards. So more of a recycle thanks to Dragon Hawk, but still another setup for you being able to discard this card to special summon 1 of your Thunder Dragon monsters that is banished from the graveyard. You can summon back 1 of your Dragon Darks that you discarded to search out another copy using your Dragon Hawk, with our other 3 of being the 3 copies of Thunder Dragon Roar. You can discard this card to add to your hand 1 of your Thunder Dragon cards that is banished or in your graveyard. So this is more of the add back power for your Thunder Dragon cards, and if this card's banished or sent from the field to the graveyard, you can special summon 1 Thunder Dragon monster from your deck in defense position, just giving you access to more of those Thunder Dragon monsters that I mentioned before. They all work very well with their engine searches, being able to utilize a different effect, whether it's a shuffle back, a special summon from the deck, or a search and setup from the banished or graveyard for your cards also. For more of the non-Thunder Dragon engines that we run, I thought of running Dragon Matrix in the deck. If you were to do so, you can take out some of the engine cards that I run next, but Dragon Matrix is just more of another search option in the deck also. So if you want to, you can either drop down the number of Aloof Lupine that I run, or the next card, which is also taken off of the ban list that I'm running more numbers of, for more of our graveyard setup. But with Aloof Lupine, when it's normal summon, you can banish 1 monster from your hand to banish 1 monster from your deck with the same type as that monster. So Aloof Lupine is probably one of your best go-to normal summons in the deck, because it just helps with being able to banish all of the many different Thunder Dragons that we run in the deck. And if it's destroyed by battle, or this card in its owner's possession is destroyed by an opponent's card effect, you can target 1 of your banished monsters and add to your hand, being able to add back useful cards to then just reuse for their hand effects and more of their other setup. Now, this could be one of the cards you take out for Dragon Matrix, but I am running 2 copies since it's now at 2 off of the ban list. Armageddon Knight. When it's summoned, you can send 1 dark monster from your deck to the graveyard, so this can just help to set up other dark Thunder Dragon monsters that we run, whether it be our Dragon Dark or our Dragon Roar, because Thunder Dragon and Dragon Hawk are both light monsters. You still have other send and searches off of the Armageddon Knight, but once again, if you don't want to run this card, you can always try putting in Dragon Matrix. Another card that I didn't have in the deck, sadly couldn't find, is Dragon Duo, but you can replace it with either the Levianeer or the 1 Thunder Dragon Lord, which Levianeer just needs a light and dark banish, or, all of the same to get a specific card effect, making use of the banish while giving you a boss monster on the field, and the Dragon Lore, being able to banish a level 8 or lower thunder monster from your hand face up on the field to summon this card, giving you more banish and power for you to be able to protect your other dragon monsters on the field. And then I'm also running a small Bestial engine with 1 Baldrake, 1 Druisworm, and the 1 Magnemite for more of a banish option for a light or dark monster, being able to even take from our opponent's resources for the banish while still being able to make use of the banish plays for our Thunder Dragon cards, while being able to get out these different monsters on the field that either have a way to take out our opponent's cards or get the search like Magnemite can do. That's it for the main deck monsters. Moving on to the spells, running 3 copies of Thunder Dragon Fusion. You fusion summon 1 Thunder Fusion monster from your X deck by shuffling the fusion materials listed on it into the deck from among your cards on the field and or in your graveyard, or face-up banish cards. During your main phase, except the turn this card was sent to the graveyard, you can banish this card to add 1 Thunder monster from your deck to your hand. So you have search power on top of the recycle power for your Thunder monsters, making use of Thunder Dragon Fusion. So very, very useful as a fusion play if you're not just going to go for the tribute play to get out your Thunder Dragon Fusion monsters. I also run 3 copies of Allure of Darkness, just more of a banish option to draw into some of the more important cards in the deck, making use of the banish for our Thunder Dragon cards while being able to just draw into more useful cards as well. Not hit on the ban list because I know they definitely want to push the Yubel support, and that is Super Polymerization. Just because, you know, we're going for a Thunder Dragon play, we still have a plethora of different fusion monsters we can go into using either our opponent's cards or our own, since a good majority of the Thunder Dragon monsters are dark to be able to summon out, including Thunder Dragon Colossus if we need to make use of it. So the Super Polymerization definitely does find a nice spot in the deck to make use of. With our other fusion card being Ready Fusion, you can even replace one of these cards for 1 copy of Instant Fusion, but Ready Fusion just helps to be able to summon out our Kaminari attack onto the field, and then just have a fusion monster to be able to make use of for the tribute to summon out one of our bigger Thunder Dragon fusions. And then I also run 2 copies of Triple Tactics Talent, just if our opponent tries to hand trap or stop any of our search effects. We have more of a draw power, or be able to take our opponent's resources away from them using this card. And lastly, the 1 copy of Call by the Grave and the 1 copy of Gold Sarcophagus for another banish play, which most of the time you're just going to use Gold Sarcophagus for the actual banish and not for the actual search that this card can provide. For the traps in the deck, I'm running 2 copies of Thunder Dragons, 100 Thunders. Target 1 Thunder monster in your graveyard. Special summon it, then you can special summon as many monsters with the same name as possible from your graveyard. The monsters special summoned by this effect are banished when they leave the field. Also, while they are face up on the field, you cannot special summon monsters except for Thunder monsters. So really not a problem there. You can just get for more and more search of your Thunder Dragon into itself, and then have the Thunder Dragon's 100 Thunder to be able to summon 2 of the copies that you discard off each other, because once again, you can search 1 Thunder Dragon, and then use the other one to search another, and vice versa. I would say normal Thunder Dragon is the best play that you most likely will get hand trap for, and then be able to make use of the Triple Tactics Talent that I run the deck also, and then just have this Thunder Dragon's 100 Thunders resource to summon those cards back onto the field. And then lastly, the 1 Thunder Dragon Discharge. The activation of your Thunder monster effects cannot be negated once per turn. If a Thunder Dragon monster is normal or special summoned to your field, you can target 1 spell or trap on the field and banish 1 Thunder Dragon monster from your deck. If you do, destroy that target. So destruction play while still extending your Thunder Dragon banish plays that the deck can do. That is it for the main deck. We'll now move on to the extra deck. 1 now on the ban list is Thunder Dragon Colossus. Must either be fusion summoned or special summoned during the turn a Thunder monster's effect was activated in the hand by tributing 1 Thunder effect non-fusion monster, in which case you do not use polymerization. Cards cannot be added from the main deck to your opponent's hand except by drawing them, so that takes away a good majority of search that your deck could do. And also, if this card would be destroyed by battle or card effect, you can banish 1 Thunder monster from your graveyard instead, going for the banish of your other Thunder Dragon cards, while being able to keep this card on the field. Locking down your opponent for their searches, I would say, is one of the bigger plays that you can fully make use of thanks to Thunder Dragon Colossus. I also run the 1 copy, but this can honestly be a 2-of copy if you wish, of Thunder Dragon Titan. Needing 3 Thunder Dragon monsters to make, must either be fusion summoned or special summoned by banishing 1 Thunder monster from your hand and 1 Thunder fusion monster you control, except for Thunder Dragon Titan. That's also where Kaminari attack comes in play, because then you can just summon this card out and then have it be used for the banish to summon out your Thunder Dragon's Titan. And with this card, when a Thunder monster effect is activated in the hand, even during the damage step, you can destroy 1 card on the field. And if this card be destroyed by a card effect, you can banish 2 cards from your graveyard instead, having the same banish play needed for Colossus, except just for this card to be able to have a bigger boss monster since it is stronger than Colossus, but the bigger play comes down to Colossus's lockdown that it can do. I also run the 2 copies of Kaminari Attack for the ready fusion targets. Once again, if you had instant fusion, you can replace one of those ready fusions for one of those, so you can summon out potentially the 2 Kaminari Attacks in one turn. And then for the other fusion monsters, 1 Garura, 1 Starving Venom, 1 Trivovertum, 1 Dragostapelia, and also the 1 Mud Dragon of the Swamps, and the 1 Starving Venom Predapower Dragon, because we do have the other fusions to make use of for a good majority of these other ones to be able to summon out. For our Link monsters, I run 1 copy of Summoner, as I, tongue twist my own words with that one. Needing 2 Thunder monsters once per turn. From your opponent's turn quick effect, you can discard 1 card, target a Thunder monster in your graveyard except for a Link monster, and special summon to a zone this card points to, just giving you more and more resources back onto the field, thanks to this Link monster as well. Even if you have to go for your summon by being able to special summon for the effect of your other Thunder monsters on the field, the 1 copy of IP Masquerena, the 1 Dark the Dark Charmer, along with the 1 Light the Light Charmer, and the 1 Nightmare Unicorn for all of the different Link options that we can go into in the deck as well. And then as for some of the go-to plays in the deck, like I said, activating the Thunder Dragon effect from your hand is the big play just to summon out your monster. So if you can just discard your Dragon Dark or your original Thunder Dragon to search out another copy of that card, that already activates the needed play for you and your Thunder Dragon monsters, because then you just need 1 more resource to be able to summon them onto the field as well, to have a Thunder Dragon monster to be able to tribute for the play. So then from that initial play, you can go for the discard to add 1 of your Thunder Dragon that is banished in your graveyard for the Dragon War discard, but the big play also just be able to go into the summon is to use cards like Dragonhawk, discarding to summon out your Thunder Dragon monster back onto the field to use as the needed tribute by tributing a non-Thunder effect fusion monster in your play after activating. So then you can tribute out your Colossus, and then from there you just have your Thunder Dragon Colossus on the field, a lockdown of your opponent's cards with some other monsters in the graveyard to be able to potentially use for either your Bysteel Engine or even set up for more and more of your other cards. You can even go for a normal summon yet, so you can use cards like Armageddon Knight to send and set up, or even Aloof Lupine, more of your Thunder Dragon cards for their banish make use of plays to get more and more resources on the field. But that is it for the deck profile. I hope you all enjoyed. This is a quick look at some of the many different decks that had gotten support thanks to the newer ban list. I'll definitely be taking a look at a good number of other ones for the upcoming days as well. So look forward to it. And as always, until next time, please don't forget to leave a like and subscribe. And Kira Twig out.